Google's new IDE named Antigravity is taking over right now. And if you guys don't know what Antigravity is, it's basically a IDE that Google released that is agentic. So you can automate agentic workflows using this IDE. In this video, I'm gonna be showing you guys tips and tricks for Antigravity. No one really talks about these tips or how to set them up, but in this video, I'm gonna give you guys all the sauce so that you can use Antigravity, even if you're a beginner and you've never coded a day in your life. So make sure to watch the entire video if you want to become an expert vibe coder using Google Antigravity. So the first step is, if you don't have Antigravity downloaded yet, the first thing you're gonna have to do is make sure to go to antigravity.google, and over here you can download for Windows, or if you have a MacBook, you can download it for Mac. Now, once you download Antigravity to your PC, you're going to see something like this when you open it up. So all we're gonna do is we're going to click on open folder, and once you open the folder, you just want to create a folder on your PC. You can name it anything. In this case, I named it tutorial, and we're just going to select folder. Now that's all you have to do. Also make sure to click yes, I trust this author, so that your PC can allow changes being made to your folders. And this is Google Antigravity right here. So basically on the left is where all the files and folders are that you create. In the middle here is where you're going to be able to see all the code. Don't worry, you don't have to know how to code. This is just a preview. It's not too important. The most important thing is actually the chat right here. This is where you can talk and create code with just talking to Antigravity. So this is where you're going to spend most of your time, as well as here you're going to see the folder structure. Now in the chat box here, you're going to see a couple things. You're going to see this plus sign right here. Here you can actually add media, you can do mentions and workflows. So if you do want to put images, you can easily put images into your prompt. For example, if you're building a website or something and you want to give references, you can easily just add the media over here. Then here we have another tab where it says fast or planning. So this basically, there's two modes where you can either like give it a prompt, and if it's on the fast mode, it's just gonna start doing whatever you ask for it to do without really planning it out. It's just gonna start doing it. But if you click on planning, it's going to create an implementation plan that you can read through and comment on to make changes. And last but not least, we have the model selection right here. As you can see, this is all implemented into Antigravity. So, you know, there's been a lot of people talking about Claude-Code. And what's really cool about Antigravity is that you can actually use Claude Sonnet and Claude Opus 4.5 with Antigravity. So they give you the option to use Claude's model and basically kind of recreate Claude-Code, but in Antigravity. We also have some Gemini right here. So we have Gemini 3 Pro and Gemini 3 Flash. And they all have their own rate limits, so you have a crazy amount of usage that you can do before you hit your quotas. Also on the right here, we have a dictate button. So if you don't like typing, you can just click on that and it will transcribe the audio of what you say so that you can write it into Antigravity. So an important file that we have to create just to give structure to all the projects that we create is going to be an agents.md file. So to create a new file, you just click right here and let's just name it agents.md. We're gonna click enter, and as you can see now in the middle here, we can preview the file. So right now the file's empty here. I'm just gonna copy and paste the agent instructions into here. Now, if you want access to this, it's gonna be in my school, first link in the description. But as you can see here, this is just giving instructions on how to create the whole structure. So basically, we give it agent instructions, and then we also give it a 3-layer architecture. So layer 1, directive, basically telling it what to do. Layer 2, orchestration, so the decision making, and then layer 3, the execution, actually doing the work. So once we add that file in, all we're gonna do is we are going to go to the chat box right here, and we're going to write AGENTS.md. And if you guys want to know what the @ is, that's basically you can make any call to any file so that you can kind of tell the agent what file to look at. All right, and as you can see, once you have the agent running on the right here, you can see that we are creating all the files that need to be created. Just make sure you spell instantiate correctly, because I did it wrong the first time. But as you can see on the left here, it's creating all the folders and files that we are going to need to optimize our project. This just helps organize all our projects so that when we talk to the chatbot, it's going to be way more structured, and it's going to help the AI agent understand the whole file structure and everything of your project much better, so that it will give you better results. So the next thing that we're actually going to be using is something called skills, which is added by Claude-Code, and they made a GitHub repository here where you can take their skills that they created. As you can see here, they created some skills, and one of the most useful skills that they created was the skill creator right here. And what a skill is that you can kind of create documentation on how to do certain processes for anti-gravity, and you're going to use that skill every time to get repeatable and consistent outcomes. And the quick trick here is we're going to change the .com to .dev, and that's actually going to open the developer mode in GitHub. And then right here on the left, you're going to see all the skills. We're going to click on the skill creator, and we're just going to click download here. Then you can go ahead and find your project right here, and then select the folder, click allow, save changes. And as you can see, now back in our project right here, we have the skill creator. We have the skill.md right here, and then you can read through this, but this is the skill itself on how to create a skill. So now if I do @skill.md, I can click the dictate button, and we can ask it to create a certain skill. Make me a skill that will create me LinkedIn posts in the same tone of Alex Hormozy, and then I'm just gonna click send. All right, so it just finished running. As you can see on the left here, we have a folder called skills now, and it's skills/Hormozy LinkedIn creator. And if we click on the skill.md, you can see here we have the name, the description, what the skill does, and the workflow on how to do it. Also guidelines and examples. For the examples, it says reference examples.md, which we have reference right here, and we have examples.md, and you can even see it created example posts. So now let's test the new skill. I also like to rename the skill so that we can keep everything nice and organized. I'm gonna call the skill, and I'm just gonna write anti-gravity. And boom, just like that, look how quickly it ran the skill. Here we have the hook variations, so it gives us different hooks we can use. Coding is officially a low leverage skill. And then you can see the post right here. Most people think the secret to building software is being a better coder. They spend years learning syntax. They worry about semicolons. They're wrong. It created me a post in Hormozy style, and it works really well. So the next thing I want to go over is MCPs and how to connect them. So if you see the 3 dots on the top right here, you're going to see MCP servers. Now, if you click on that, these are all built-in MCP servers with anti-gravity that are super easy to set up. For example, the one that I've set up already is the Superbase one, which is super useful. So right here, as you can see, it's already installed and I already have it connected. And what this allows me to do is connect my Superbase to anti-gravity, so that if I ever have to make any changes to the Superbase, instead of me manually having to go write the SQL code and make changes or give it context to anti-gravity, it can all do that on its own. So you don't even have to open Superbase. Once this is linked up, it can literally create new rows, columns, and connect all the data for you without you even having to go there. Now, they also have PayPal, Stripe. So if you want to create a landing page where you have a payment processor like Stripe set up to collect payments, you can also connect that. And also GitHub, which is really useful because you can just talk back and forth with GitHub and make changes like that. Now, if an MCP server isn't here, for example, Appify, I can go to the Appify MCP documents, and you're just going to copy and paste all this code into your anti-gravity right here, and then it's going to tell you step by step what you have to do to connect the MCP server. So you don't have to worry if you don't see the MCP server here that you want to connect to. That's not an issue at all. Now, another really cool underused feature that not a lot of people know about is actually their agent manager. So on the top right here, you can click open agent manager. And what that's going to do is create this new kind of chat bot right here. And then you can see all your projects right here and all the chats you're having and had in the past. The current project you're in right now, you just want to make sure that you click on that project right here. And then you can just talk to the AI right here, and you can run multiple agents in parallel so that they run at the same time. If I write, what are the best UI practices, and I send that, you can see it created the chat right here and it's running. But if I do want to create another chat, I can click on the plus right here, and then I can write, what are the best backend practices, send it, and you can see that here we have the answer for the first thing we ran, and this is running, and we're getting the answer right here as well. And this is fully connected to our project. So if we can say, create a markdown file of this documentation in my project, and then if you send that, it's going to be able to actually create the file in our project. So this agent can fully autonomously have multiple workflows it's working on at the same time. And as you can see, where you can find the file right here, you can click on that and you can see the file right here, or you can look for it where we were working on before. So if we go to directives here, you can see that the backend best practices is here. And if you click on it, we have all the documentation right here. Now, this is super useful because you want as much context as possible for your agents to work consistently and work well. Also, if you guys don't know what MD is, it's just a markdown file. It's just code written in kind of like a text so that we can see it here, and it's easy for us to read, but also easy for the code itself to read for the agents. So now I do want to show you guys the planning feature and how it works. So all we're going to do is say, create a landing page for my software that is a YouTube analytics software. And we're just going to send that off and make sure that the planning mode is selected. So as you can see, now it created a file called the implementation plan. And if we click open right here, you can see the full implementation plan before it actually executes anything. So for example, it says right here, it would create an index.html file, an app.jsx file, and all these mandatory files to create what you need. It also gives you a verification plan right here, so automated tests to make sure that the whole thing is working properly. As you can see right here, YouTube Analytics landing page implementation plan, create a high-end premium landing page for YouTube Analytics software. And here it says viral insights, but that's not actually the name of my YouTube SaaS. So what you can do is comment on a line to make any changes. So you can get the implementation plan and then comment for changes to make sure that everything lines up with what you need. So I could say my SaaS is called Algo Bump. I'm going to click on add comment, and now you can see the comment right here highlighted with this text, and you can do that for the entire document. And once that's done, you can actually just click submit, and that's going to submit the comment into the implementation plan and take all that into context and make any changes necessary. And as you can see, it updated our implementation plan and it's starting to create the landing page. Also, another cool thing is that since it's Google, we have Gemini Nano Banana connected, so it can generate images for you in Antigravity as it just did. And what's really cool is since we use the Agent.md, it has the directives set up really well. So let's say for the landing page, it created a folder called landing, and this is where it's creating all the files in that landing directive. So boom, just like that, it created us our Algo Bump landing page. And as you can see right here, obviously it's not the best outcome because we didn't give it too many specifications, but I just wanted to show you guys an example of what the implementation plan is and how you can edit it. So either way, guys, I'm going to be using Antigravity a lot from now on. This is one of the best ways to vibe code any kind of workflow, website, SaaS, or anything you want to create. I highly recommend you guys checking it out and using all the steps from this video to get the most out of Antigravity as possible. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and a subscribe. It's greatly appreciated, makes me feel really good. Also, if you want to learn more about AI and how to make money with AI, you can join my school, first link in the description. I also have an AI agency that helps with marketing as well, so if you guys need any of those, also in the description below. But either way, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day and see y'all in the next one. Peace!